Well, hello everyone. At the top of the morning to you, I bring you the Titanic issue number 7 here on this very fine Sunday, the 3rd of April special, because it is Easter month and that means an Easter Titanic special. Now, as some of you know, I did lose the engine. I have now found the engine, tucked away under some of my magazines, which is quite nice. What I'm noticing is there's something wrong with here because, as you can see, I turn it round, but then it keeps dislodging. You see that little bar thing? It keeps dislodging and falling out that hole. If anyone has has any idea how to fix that, please get in touch with me. You can email me at mikescoutsmodels@gmail.com, or alternatively drop a comment in the Helpful Review. Helpful Review, because all comments go through Helpful Review. Or message me on Messenger, because it just keeps going like that. As you can see, it slides out. I don't know at this stage whether anything pins it down like the catwalk. We'll have to wait and see whether that will do anything later down the line. I really don't know. Also, what I'm noticing is this panel here, you can see it's slightly erected up, and if I try and turn it over, if I try and move it, you can see that that bar is really bowing. You see that one there? It's really bowing. So I don't know what is causing that. I really don't know what's causing it. We're going to try and get through it, see how best we can do it. Whether it's something, it's baffling because I can't see any obvious signs of what's causing it. We'll just have to go with the flow for the minute. I don't know whether it's something locked here or what, but as you can see, the minute I push it, it sort of bows it. So something is not tallying up somewhere, and it's just, yeah, it's quite annoying. You know, it's rock solid when you push it. You see that force in there? So I'm not sure what is causing it, and it's quite annoying. But what we're going to do, before we lose any more time on fiddling around with this engine, because we've already missed 2 weeks, we will crack on with issue 7, and then I'll have to strip it down and try and get to the root cause of what's causing that. Or if you guys know, do let me know. So obviously in this issue, as you can see here, we are going to be doing, basically, we've got ladders, we've got catwalks, we've got all sorts of things going on here. And then obviously we're going to be doing this part here, which is something to do with these little parts here. As you can see here, we've got like a little segment here that we're going to be working on. So I'll put that to one side and we'll crack on with what we need to do. Now, can we just praise Harshep, because what they've done here is they've actually stapled the bags together for us so that we don't lose them. I think that's really groovy of them to do that. Also, what they do is Harshep prides themselves in quality control, and as you can see, each part so far has been wrapped up in this gorgeous tissue paper. Again, I will keep that because that can come in quite handy for my crafting channel. So I'll keep that for there. As you can see, we've got what looks to be some sort of ladders here. So we've got that. And what it wants us to do is to basically place it over. We also have this other version, as you can see, before we just move on. We also have this part here, which is die cast. Okay, so that's very heavy. Okay, so we'll pop that up to there. And again, a lovely bit of tissue paper that I can use in crafting. So, what we're going to do, I know you're probably thinking, well, I need to sort this problem out here before we do. See, again, it does sort of move, but yeah, I don't know whether something is clearly not right, because it was moving all fine and then something has stiffened it up. But what I'm going to do is, obviously, I'll still crack on with issue, what is that? I'll still crack on with the ladder, and then I'll have to strip it down and try and get to the root cause, but I wanted to get this video out the way first. So as you can see with the ladder here, or what I might be able to do, looking at this, I could probably get around that, because if you look here, the mechanism is down there, so I could probably get around that. So if we just, it's not having it, is it? It doesn't like it. So whatever's causing it, it's not having it. So as you can see, if we move this down, where we're working is you've got these little indentations here, and you've got loads of holes running through. We're going to put them on each of these bars, not the big bars, the sort of in bars sort of there. So that's where it's going to go. You want the ladder towards the cog, which is that part there, and that's going to feed basically over there and sandwich like that. I think I can still get to that without having to remove this off. Hopefully this little ladder cage thing stops this dislodging. Again, it's something really is not right, but we'll carry on, because normally I wouldn't, you know, carry on, because that's my new thing. I don't carry on unless I, you know, fix the problem. But if I can see I can try and fix it without disassembling it, then I will do that. So we're going to put these in with EM screws. So that's EM. So we'll get some of them screws now. And basically we're going to secure 2 up here, and then it wants 2 up there. It's not giving us indications to secure them into these lower panels. So yeah, so we'll put them into there like that. We'll secure that down like that. As I say, I might be able to get round it, or I might have to refer this to back to square one, strip it all down, get all the pistons out again. I don't think it is a piston problem. I think something has jammed it. It's hard to say what though, because I don't know what has caused it. So might be that I have to take it all apart again, which if that is the case, I'm not going to be very happy, because that's like a day job for me to do that. What's going on here? For some reason it's not liking it. I'll do one up here for the minute. If I just secure this one down up here. This one seems to be going down a bit better. Feels like it's lifting up, like these. Right, something is not right here. So I'm going to reverse that. Because I can see that the hole, let's put that hole, unless it's because this is rected up slightly and it doesn't like it. See, you see that catching? Something is not right. So I'm going to have to take a closer look into this to see what on earth is going on. Let's screw down this other one over the other side here, because that seems to be going down a little bit better. Just going to increase the size of this head because it's slipping a bit. Get it onto one of them, which is PZ0, this one. Oh yeah, that's a better fit. So that's as tight as that I can get that. So then what we're going to do is put another one in and skew it into this hole there. So that one there. It's nice seeing, you know, each week seeing a bit more of the engine come to life. Okay, so that's that one down. And then we've got this one up here that seems to not want to go anywhere. Give it another go. I think these are them screws where you have to screw it halfway, reverse it. I seem to be having a terrible time trying to get these screws in, but do you know what? That's solid on. I'm happy with that. But yeah, I mean, as I say, hopefully that stops it dislodging, but still you can feel that it's not liking it. And then look, it does it normal. So I think something was locked. I think something was jamming it, because as you can see, it's going round chickety-boo now. How weird. How strange is that? I mean, it's still skipping a little bit, but wow, how strange. That is really bizarre. But hopefully these little brackets here, these little parts there, will stop that bar dislodging. Oh, brilliant. I don't have to strip it. That's good. So that's that part done. The next part, what we need to do is we now need to put even more bracing on it. And we need to put this part here on, which is the base apparently. Now, as you can see, you've got a hole here on one side. And then you've also got like a little reservoir here. And what's going to happen is they want us to put it so that if we turn it upside down, you've got like this little nodule bit. Okay, and then at the other end you've got like a little pin. The pin is the bit that goes, I think, that way. So let me just clarify that to make sure I'm happy with that. Yeah, so as you can see, you've got a bigger, chunkier pin here, and then you've got a lower pin. The smaller of the pins goes the one near the cog, and we're going to rest all these on these little posts here, so they're going to feed on top like that, as you can see. Now they're going to be secured in with AP screws for the two at the ends, and then the inner screws are AP. So we've got FM, let's have a look here, it's BP, yeah, FM. So I'm just going to get me FMs, and I'll put that little screw back in here so that I don't lose it. Because I handle so many builds, it's the last thing I want is muddling screws up. So FM, okay, are the ones that go inside. So we'll do, as soon as I've got an FM out, I'm just going to reverse it slightly. So we're going to put the FM in this second canal, in the second hole here. That's that one. And then we'll finish off the FMs, and then we'll go back to the ones that we need to do. So again, FM goes in the second hole again here, so this one here. This now starts to look like a proper engine. Wow. If only James Bruce Ismay, or the owner of White Star Line, or the owner of Titanic, could see that there is a build out there for this wonderful, wonderful ship. So that's that one. And then we've got to miss this bar out here. We put another FM, just these two here. Obviously we can't put a screw here because, as you can see, there's nothing that connects to it there. So that's why. But yeah, I think the captain of the Titanic at the time, back in April 1912, would have been very, very, pleased with this model. Because remember, guys, to produce a build, they've got to, just the license itself costs so much money. It really does cost them a lot of money, and I think, I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but I think our money for each the issues that we pay for, I think is, reimbursed in the license maybe, and, the parts to make, because all of these parts, they do take, it does cost them to make these parts, so they have to recover it, and it is absolutely lovely. So that's that. Okay, so now that we've finished with the FM screws, and as I said, they always provide a spare, so don't think you've left one out. We're now going to go back to the APs that we did. Oh, right, so it is telling us to screw an AP in, but seems a bit strange because there's nothing to secure. Like, what's it going to, But apparently we just screw it in. I think what you'll find is it's securing this lower part here. So we're sandwiching these two parts together. So that's probably what that is. So I'm now going to get my AP screws. Let me just have a look, see where the APs are. That is... Because as you can see, they're rubbing off. So just have to go with... that's a bit annoying. Because now I've got to try and figure out what screws what. Because the ink's rubbed off. I'll have to go with this. So I've also got another issue 7, so I can always, you know, marry them up and get the caliper out. A caliper is a tool that tells you what size the screw is. So we'll secure this one down. He's jumping a bit. I might get out another head actually. If we just try and upsize it a bit, we'll go to P21 on that. Because it does feel like it's skipping a bit. So, yeah, that's perfect. Whoops. Get another screw. That seems to be the right screw anyway, so... I have to say, people often ask me what's my favourite build. I mean, I do so many builds. I mean, it's like, you know, you pick a favourite, I don't know, Titanic, and then Tumblr comes out, and then all of a sudden that's your favourite build. So, for me, it's you know, I can't really choose a favourite because there's so many wonderful builds out there. I would say my least favourite is Eddie Stobart. And you're probably thinking, well, why do I do it if I don't really like it? That is because I'm a model builder and that's what I do. So, and it's something different. It's not a car, it's a truck. I've never done a truck before, so yeah. But my absolute favourites are like Marvel or anything to do with Batman or Disney. And when they said Titanic was coming out, oh my god, my heart nearly sank because I was like, I love Titanic. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And obviously, Titanic, the wooden one that I did from the very old one, I've actually stopped that now because there's no point doing that when I've got a die cast model out. I'm not even doing the one with Eagle Moss because that's wooden. And I think Harshette here, as you can see, they've got the quality whereas Eagle Moss doesn't. I'm not going to lie. I think Harshette has the quality. Eagle Moss don't. See, again, it's skipping again. Do you see that? It got stuck and then it's going round fine. I don't know what on earth is going on with that. So, as you can see, we've put AP in there. We've put AP in there. We've then got to put 2 APs through here, and that will be that done. Then we can move on to the other part. Oh, I found the number plate as well. So, you know, the logo for the side of the hull. So I'll sort that out as well. I've had this issue for like a week now, but it's just trying to find time at the moment because I'm just chock-a-block. So, actually get a day off today, so yeah, I wanted to get as much filming as I can out of the way. It feels a bit weird doing this pre-recorded, but it's what it is. Wow, so that is that, guys. As you can see, that's all lovely jubbly. That is a pure masterpiece. I can't get over that. That looks absolutely gorgeous. How cool is that? It feels so heavy now. But as you can see, again, it's got stuck again. Keeps getting jammed. I don't know what. See? What is causing that? Really? Something's not right. Something clearly is not right. So this obviously needs severe fixing before this goes any further because, you know, that could bust the motor. So I don't know what's going on here. Obviously, I'm not going to strip this off. I may have to, but I can easily get that off from the top view. It's quite easy to get around it, but if anyone's got any ideas, please do let me know, because this is... I don't know what's causing that. It's quite baffling. I mean, everything, as you can see, is in position, so what the hell is going on? I don't understand it. But it's this one here giving us the problem. Just have to wait and see. Right, I'm going to go and get the other part of the ship now. So yeah, I will get the other part of the ship, which is this part here, as you can see. And what we now need to do is to put this little beam on. So as you can see, we've got a beam here. And what's going to happen is we're going to feed it. Basically, it wants us to secure it, something like that. This is really high tech. I mean, the amount of beams that this has got to have. I don't think they did this in Bismarck. In Bismarck, because as you can see, I do have the Bismarck right here. We are starting filming next week on it. And I don't think in Bismarck they had all these extra beams. So this ship is quite nice. Okay, now we're going to go in with BP, which must be them because they're the only screws we haven't used yet. And this is quite interesting because it looks like we're going in from the back. So you're not going in this way for a change, because these beams have been put in that way. This one looks like we're going in from the reverse side, down here. So, whoops. God, this could be a bit fiddly. That is so cool. Where's the screw? Oh, you little bugger. Hate it when it does that. That's interesting that we're going in from this side. I reckon something will cover over there, so that's got to be the logo. So that's that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is concerning me why that is doing that skipping thing. I mean, it's getting a little bit worried what's causing it, because I'm worried about the motor. If the motor goes on, it could shred it, because the force behind the motor. Okay, so that's that one on. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit, don't know what is going on really. I'm just going to up the head a bit, change the head over slightly, get a chunky one. It's a great thing with Volvos, you can change your head type. So get this one down there. So yeah, anyone, I think that's a little bit too big, let me change it again. So if anyone's got any ideas as to what on earth is going on with this skipping business, with this motor thing, do let me know, because it's rather frustrating. It's not frustrating, but it's concerning, because I don't know what's caused it. So as you can see, we've got the beam running along there. We've screwed these parts into here, and we've screwed into here. I have to say, I've never done a ship before, and this is really, really lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, obviously, the last little bit that we have to do is to put the number plate in there. Now, if you bear with me 2 ticks, because I think I found it, just bear with me. I do apologise about that loud bang there while I knocked over the clothes horse. Right, it's in a big box at the moment. I know I put it in the box, so we will cover this in issue 8, or I'll do like a follow-up video, because I don't want to spend time digging around in the box. I know it's in the box because I put it there the other day, But yeah, so we'll cover this little name badge. As you can see, we've just got to put a little logo there and super glue that down. That's really good because obviously once that's super glued down, there's no need for you to undo them screws. So in other words, you've got to put that there and leave it there, and that's how it's going to be. It's going to be there forever, because trying to get that off would break it. I think this is brilliant. I love this contour here, the way it's going round. I love this little shelving panel. I think that's great. This is a really lovely model, and yeah, do check it out. Subscribe at partworks.co.uk, or is it .com? I can't remember. It's been such a while. So that's it. That's it for Titanic. Issue number 8 was supposed to come in last week, but for some reason it hasn't. It should come in this week. I do understand. My news agents have said that they've missed one of their deliveries. They're missing a box, and in that box has got loads of the magazines for their shop. So maybe that's what it is. Obviously, issue 8 will come when it comes. As you can see, that's that. It doesn't seem to. Yeah, actually, I'll show you here. Normally it's at the back, but this one's at the front. In issue 8, we've got details for the forecast, including barrel support, bits, winches, valves, anchor chain guides, trim and assorted screws. So that looks pretty impressive. So we've got it. It looks like we'll be putting the anchor about there. So how cool is that? It feels so heavy. As I said, I need to take a look into what's causing that, because as you can see, it gets stuck, and then like halfway through it was going round and round and round. So if anyone's got any ideas of what's causing that, I don't think it's a piston down here. I don't think that's the root cause, because if you rewind back in the video, it was going round fine. So we know it's nothing to do with these pistons. The blockage is something to do with this bar here, and it's all in place. So I mean, it's supposed to look like this one flat, but this one looks like it's erected. So I don't know. But it's concerning. That's Titanic issue 7. I'll see you very soon for more Titanic next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye now.